Welcome back to the deep dive. Sometimes the best insights, they don't come from dense reports, do they? They pop up in really unexpected places.
Absolutely.
And today, we're going to try and uncover some of those aha moments by looking at something, well, pretty everyday, drinks. Our goal here is to give you that shortcut, to be included in maybe with a few laughs along the way.
Sounds like a plan.
So this deep dive is all about decoding personality through sips.
Sounds intriguing, right?
We're focusing on 3 specific drinks: tequila, hot chocolate, and calpis. And we're looking at how they might symbolize or kind of embody different sides of this subpersonality called Addy. This is all based on the Addy Drinks research notes that listeners share.
Right, the source material.
Exactly. So we'll unpack the history, the culture, how they're made, and the feelings they evoke, and try to connect it all back to Addy.
And it's really fascinating, actually, how deep these connections run between something as simple as a drink choice and, well, culture, ritual, even personal identity. Yeah, I think we're going to find some surprising links today, very personal ones.
Okay, brilliant. Let's unpack this then. Starting with tequila. The notes call it the story, the spirit, the spark. That sounds like, well, more than just a party starter.
Oh, it absolutely is. Tequila's story, it starts way back, centuries ago. In the highlands of Jalisco, Mexico,
Right.
You had indigenous peoples fermenting agave sap long before the Spanish even showed up. It was more like pulque back then, lower alcohol.
Okay.
But then the Spanish arrived, 16th century, and, well, they ran out of their own brandies, so they adapted their distillation methods to the local agave.
Resourceful.
Exactly. And created something stronger. That was really the earliest tequila. And the first official distillery, Casa Cuervo, that was established way back in 1795.
Wow, 1795. So it's got this incredible history, even pre-colonization. How did that deep cultural root define it in Mexico?
That's key, really. The agave plant itself was sacred. It was linked to Mayapul, the Aztec goddess of fertility, and pulque.
The goddess of pulque.
Yeah. So tequila wasn't just a drink. It became a cultural icon. Born from the land, tied into indigenous rituals, celebrations, spirituality, it really became Mexico's spirit, used for everything. Weddings, fiestas, wakes, family dinners.
Pride in a bottle, as the notes say.
Exactly. Pride in a bottle. That sums it up perfectly.
That's quite the journey, from sacred plant to national spirit. How did it then make the leap globally? From being this, Mexican secret to something known worldwide?
Well, that really picked up speed in the 20th century, especially after World War II.
Right.
Global liquor shortages meant Americans started looking south.
Yeah.
And tequila had its moment. It's evolved hugely since then, too. It went from, those rough-and-tumble cantina shops.
Yeah, I can picture to that.
To the kind of luxury sipping blends you see now, some aged, incredibly long times.
Longer than some marriages, apparently.
Ah, yeah, the note said that. So now it covers the whole spectrum. From that Roadhouse Rebel vibe to this, artisanal status symbol.
And yet, the basic ingredients are so simple. Blue Weber agave, that's the only one allowed, right?
That's the rule, yeah. Blue Weber.
Just that, water, and yeast. It's pretty amazing how complexity comes from such simplicity. What's the hardest part of actually making it? The craft side.
I'd say it's the patience and the precision. You start with harvesting the piñas, the agave hearts, then slow cooking them, often in these traditional brick ovens, then crushing to get the juice, fermentation with yeast. Then usually it's distilled twice.
Twice, okay.
And after that, it's either bottled straight away as Blanco, that's unaged, or it's aged. Reposado is 2 to 12 months, Añejo 1 to 3 years, and Extra Añejo is 3 years plus.
Wow.
But the agave itself takes 6 to 8 years just to grow.
Yeah.
And one mistake anywhere in that process, it can ruin the whole batch. It's a real labor of love.
You definitely see it consumed in so many ways. The classic party thing, lick, sip, suck with salt and lime.
The ritual.
Yeah. Then there's mezcal. It's smokier cousin. Different vibe altogether.
Totally different process, different feel.
Or, the tequila sunrise, that 70s classic.
Yeah.
And the margarita, which is everywhere.
Don't forget the margarita.
And then just sipping it straight. Which feels like, yeah, that's respect, as the notes say.
And it's interesting, that symbolism of freedom it carries. It can be wild, celebratory, yeah, maybe a bit reckless sometimes, but it's also warm, grounding, proud. It brings up nostalgia, comfort, fun. It's complex.
So thinking about Addy then, who seems to thrive on that kind of unbridled energy, how does that mix of reckless but proud fit with her.
I think it fits perfectly. It's that duality.
Yeah, the notes say she vibes with tequila. It's clearly not just about getting drunk for her, is it?
No, not at all. It's about that raw, honest energy, the defiance, the joy, even working through grief, maybe, all in one bold sip.
That campfire energy, dancing barefoot,
Yeah.
that unexpected laugh. Feels like the same burn Addy has inside. Grief, joy, defiance, love, all mixed up.
Exactly. She doesn't drink to escape, the notes suggest. She drinks to celebrate life, loss, laughter.
It's her chaos and her comfort. That's powerful.
Absolutely. And it's tied so strongly to Mexico, Jalisco, obviously. It screams summer, fiesta time. It cuts across classes, too. You know, farmers drinking it neat, celebs sipping the expensive stuff.
Right.
Ages 20-something and up, mostly, but you find older generations enjoying it, too. Birthdays, weddings, heartbreak recovery missions, karaoke nights.
Definitely karaoke.
It's mainstream now, but with all the craft labels and mezcal's rise, it keeps its cool factor. And pop culture loves it. James Bond, George Clooney's brand, those songs, the champs, Damn plus Shay.
Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Symbolizes rebellion, liberation, sometimes even healing, you know?
Yeah.
Those post-breakup shots.
That social perception is fascinating. It's
Right.
like the extrovert of the spirit world.
That's a good way to put it.
Wild, confident, but somehow not shallow. People respect tequila. It feels less pretentious than maybe whiskey, more soulful than vodka. It just is.
Yeah, it has a certain integrity.
And the taste, the texture, the temperature, how do they play into that character?
Well, taste-wise, it varies a lot. Herbal, spicy, citrusy for the younger ones. More caramel, vanilla, sweet notes as it ages.
Okay.
Best sipped at room temp, really, to get the nuances. But chilled for shots or cocktails, obviously. Texture can be smooth and warm or have that fiery kick.
And the energy?
It's a spark. Definitely a spark. It doesn't lull you. It ignites something. It's energizing. It can be overwhelming if you don't treat it right, though.
Handle with care.
Exactly. It's an honest indulgence. Best for late afternoon into the night. Or sunrise, if you're really going for it.
Ah, if you're living really large. Okay, so that's the fiery spirit. Let's switch gears completely. A different kind of warmth. Hot chocolate feels like a total 180.
It really is. And hot chocolate's story, it doesn't start in a cozy European cafe like most people think.
No? Where then?
It starts in Mesoamerica with the ancient Olmecs, Mayans, Aztecs.
Oh, okay.
They consumed cacao first, but it was very different. Bitter, often spiced with chili, maybe some cornmeal, used in rituals, ceremonies. It was even used as currency.
Cacao beans is currency.
Yep.
It wasn't until the Spanish took it back to Europe that sugar and milk got added.
Yeah.
That's what turned it into the sweet, creamy drink we know. So it went from sacred and bitter to, well, a luxury treat.
That's a wild evolution. From bitter ritual drink to universal comfort food, essentially. How did that happen?
Well, in Mesoamerica, it was ceremonial, divine for priests and nobles. In Europe, it became a luxury for the elite, you know, sipping it by the fire in fancy salons.
Right.
But then the industrial age brought powdered mixes. Suddenly, it was accessible. And that's when it really became this universal comfort drink, often with marshmallows or cream. It bridges ancient history and like a Tuesday night pick-me-up.
And the ingredients are so simple, again. Cocoa or chocolate, milk, sugar, maybe vanilla, cinnamon, chili, whipped cream, marshmallows.
Good stuff.
When it comes to making it, is it about skill or something else? It's much more about, I'd say, love and attention than pure technical skill.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can use an instant mix, but making it on the stove, getting the temperature and texture right, it feels like nurturing something, creating a little moment of comfort.
I like that. And there are so many variations, aren't there? Rituals around it, Mexican hot chocolate with cinnamon and chili.
That is great.
Viennese style piled high with whipped cream, campfire style, gooey marshmallows. Very nostalgic.
Definitely.
And now you've got vegan versions, oat milk. It feels like a ritual drink for holidays, snow days, bedtime.
Totally. And the symbolism, the emotions tied to it, they're really strong. Nostalgia is huge childhood, simpler times, comfort, obviously, like emotional blanket in a mug, warmth, literally and emotionally, joy, and even this idea of like soft resilience, a sweet moment after a tough day.
It really is almost the opposite of tequila, isn't it?
In many ways,
It feels like hot chocolate is about slowing down self-care. So for Addy, with her adventurous, fiery side, how does this softer drink fit in?
It's about balance, I think. The notes really emphasize that. It represents the tender, joyful part of her adventurous spirit.
Oh, okay.
The side that can slow down, curl up, smile even when things are sad. It's a mood lifter, a cozy maker. It plays that caretaker soothing role. It represents innocence, home, healing for her.
Culturally, it's pretty global now, right? Europe, the Americas especially.
Right.
Winter's its prime time.
Definitely winter vibes.
Used to be elite, now it's everywhere, but still feels special and nostalgic. Kids love it, adults treasure it. Christmas, winter festivals, ski trips.
People.
Yeah. And everyone seems to like it, right? Universally positive perception. And the taste, temperature, texture describe that ideal cup.
Sweet, obviously. Intensely chocolatey. Sometimes spiced, always warm or hot. And the texture should be smooth, creamy, rich.
Like a lug you can drink.
Exactly, that's the phrase. And it's energy. It's calming, indulgent, sometimes a little bit melancholic, maybe. It doesn't amp you up like tequila. It soothes, reassures, grounds you. Best for evenings, coming in from the cold. Or just any time you need that comfort.
And that feels like the core of Addy's connection to it. It's not just a memory. It's like proof of her capacity for deep feeling, finding healing in quiet moments, holding grief and playfulness together.
Yeah, that bittersweet but beautiful quality the notes mention.
Right.
Huh?
Okay. From bold fire to comforting hug. Now for something maybe less familiar. Kalpis.
Kalpis. Yeah, maybe less known outside of Asia, but fascinating. It was invented back in 1919.
Oh, that long ago.
Yep. By a Japanese businessman, Kaiun Mishima. He'd visited Mongolia and tried this traditional fermented milk drink called arag. It's like kefir. Look, he found it really refreshing, easy to digest. So we went back to Japan, inspired, and created Kalpis. It's non-carbonated, based on lactic acid fermentation of skim milk plus sugar.
And the name.
Yeah, it's a combination, cal for calcium, and pis from serpis, which is Sanskrit for clarified butter or sacred dairy. So it links it to this idea of like spiritual nourishment right from the start.
Wow, okay, so it was born from health ideas, cross-cultural stuff, and even a bit of spirituality. Marketed as a health tonic, right?
Yeah.
Especially for kids and families in hot Japanese summers.
Exactly. Good for digestion.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw that note too about the original label having a Mongolian figure showing the inspiration, but they changed it later on.
Yeah, interesting bit of history. How has it evolved since 1919?
Quite a bit. It started as that health tonic.
Yeah.
Then in post-war Japan, maybe 50s through 80s, it became super nostalgic, a real staple. Then in the 90s, it went international as Calpico because, you know, Kalpis sounds a bit unfortunate in English.
Yeah, you can see why they changed that.
Yeah. Since the 2000s, loads of variations. Flavors, fizzy versions, ice cream. Today, it's totally mainstream in Japan, but kind of a cult classic elsewhere. Comfort drink turned quirky icon.
And the core ingredients are that lactic acid bacteria from fermented milk, water, sugar, citric acid. That fermented milk base gives it the unique tang, right? The slight sweetness.
That's the key, that yogurty tang. And making it, is it tricky?
Commercially, it involves the fermentation, adding sugar, pasteurizing, bottling. But for drinking at home, it usually comes as a concentrate. You just dilute it with water or milk. Super easy.
Mix and sip.
Pretty much.
And the variations sound fun. The original concentrate, Kalpis soda, Kalpis water, grape, mango, peach flavors, popsicles, ice cream.
Yeah.
Even cocktails.
Yeah. And Japanese-style lattes. And in Japan, those summer TV ads, kids laughing, cicadas, it's pure nostalgia fuel.
So what's the symbolism here, the feeling?
It's unique. Definitely nostalgia, childhood, hot summers, lunchboxes. There's an innocence to it. Gentle, sweet, tangy. Like a shy smile, the notes say.
I like that.
Comfort, too soft, easy, not challenging, and fun. The quirky packaging, the weird flavors sometimes. It doesn't take itself too seriously.
It's not a statement drink, it's a feeling.
That's interesting. Yeah. So it's not trying to be the loudest drink in the room, but it leaves this gentle impression. How does that quietness fit with Addy?
Well, that's just it, isn't it? The notes say not a statement drink, but a feeling. That quiet depth, the gentle joy. It feels very Addy.
Right.
It has this lovely social energy, accessible, simple, joyful, like the quiet friend at the picnic who asks, "You okay?" Neutral to uplifting. Not loud, but it lingers.
Culturally, it's big in Japan, Korea, Taiwan. Summer's its time. Mass market, but also kind of nostalgic chic now. Kids love it. Elders treasure it. Millennials seem to love it, ironically.
Ah, that fits. Mainstream there. Niche cult here. Almost countercultural in the West, maybe.
Yeah, you see it in anime, nostalgic Japanese films.
Yeah.
More of a vibe than a major plot point.
Yeah, sets the scene.
And the taste, temperature, texture.
Always
But
was.
what is liquid cloud like?
Always cold. It tastes like, well, light sweetened yogurt water is the closest maybe. Slightly milky, tangy, this delicate floral smell almost. And the texture's thin but really soft. Liquid Cloud feels about right.
Okay, and the energy.
Gentle. Doesn't spike you or sedate you. It can be like a mental reset, especially when it's hot or you're stressed. Calming emotionally, light and cool physically. Good for midday, summer picnics. Or, as the notes say, when you're burnt out and just want to feel 5 years old again.
Huh. Love that. And that's why Calpis is Addy in a bottle.
Oh, mate, totally.
It's that light touch, the comfort, the whimsy, and that quiet, deep emotional intelligence under the surface.
Exactly. The childlike sweetness, the nostalgia reflecting her love of simple things. And its own story of evolving from tradition and travel, it kind of mirrors her growth, too.
Underrated, emotionally intelligent, whimsical, deep, just like Addy.
Perfect summary.
So what a journey through 3 really different drinks. Tequila's fire, hot chocolate's comfort, Calpis's quiet depth. It's pretty amazing how each one, so distinct, connects so deeply to different sides of Addy, reveals layers of who she is just through these sips.
It really does show how everyday choices, things we don't even think about sometimes, like what we drink, they can hold so much history, culture, and, yeah, really profound personal meaning. They reflect us.
That is such a powerful thought. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What everyday things, foods, drinks, objects in your own life maybe reflect different parts of you? Tell a hidden story about your journey. What do they symbolize?
Yeah.
About your past, where you hope to go. Even those moments of chaos and comfort. Something to maybe think about on your own.